fishing.
Ah, you know.
But there's a sign upon your door.
Uh-huh.
Gone fishing.
This morning, it's all about the hunt for Red October, or should we say the hunt for redfish. Here to tell us why October is red hot for catching redfish is Captain Rob Modes. Good morning, welcome back.
Thanks.
I love this. You're like a TV producer because you kind of came up with this. I love this, the hunt for the Red October.
Yeah, it's something that I don't know. I kind of coined it a while back,
Yeah.
and others have followed. Thank you very much. But yeah, it's a prime time to catch redfish in our waters right now, and October's a big deal. And that movie happened to be one of my favorites, The Hunt for Red October.
Yes, it is. It's a classic,
Yeah.
along with catching these babies right
Oh,
here.
yeah. So
what
that's
is so fun about what's the thrill and the fun about catching redfish? What's so good about catching them?
They're brutes.
Yeah.
They pull. You know, they run drag. They try to dive into bushes and break you off, and so there's a satisfaction to be able to stop a big one and get
Let
it
me
to
tell
the
you,
boat.
there's a satisfaction when you eat them as well.
They're delicious, actually.
They're quite tasty.
Yes, they are.
Am I allowed to say that? You are allowed to eat them, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes. Oh,
now,
yeah.
what's the deal, though? Here we are in October, so it's season for them.
Yes.
Do they have to be certain? Are these one of the fish? They have to be a certain size,
Yes.
and how many can you catch?
They have a slot. They have to be between 18 and 27 inches in length. So under 18, they got to go back.
That's a
over
pretty big-
27. It's a nice spread.
Yeah.
It really is. And then there is no season. It's
Okay.
open year round. You're allowed one per person per day.
Okay,
So
that's
there is-
actually not bad. So
Yeah.
they must be pretty populated.
They're doing quite well. As
Yeah.
a matter of fact, in other parts of the state, they're actually allowing people to keep two now. Our area, they cut it down, and I agreed with that when they did it. But in other areas of Florida, you're actually allowed to keep two redfish. So
Where's the best place to find them here in Southwest Florida? Where do you find redfish?
I can't tell you
yeah,
that.
I know. Give us a little hint.
Pine Island Sound, all of Pine
Okay,
Island Sound,
really?
Lower Matlacha Pass, Estero Bay, all of any backcountry water that borders mangrove is typically good. They also love oyster beds. They like to work around, they like to feed around oyster beds and oyster cuts. But the main areas are usually up against mangrove. What we like to call deep cuts up against mangrove, where not a shallow mangrove, but where it falls away from the mangrove. They typically like those areas.
Why is October such a hot spot right now?
Transition. You're getting ready to go into fall. It's like,
Okay.
you know, when you get up this morning, how it feels cool.
Yeah, well, yeah, for us.
Cooler, yes. The fish sense that the days are getting shorter.
Okay.
They go on the feed. They're fattening up for winter. Now I know that seems like a kind of an oxymoron sort of
Yeah,
thing
I
for
know.
Florida, but it does get cooler and colder here in the wintertime, and bait and things get scarcer for these fish, so they fatten up in October.
Is that true for other species of fish as well in October?
Absolutely.
So really, man, October again. What are we doing in the studio? You keep saying
I
how
don't
great
know.
white now is the best, and morning time. Isn't that the best
Yeah,
time
I know.
to go to?
We should be out there. Yeah.
Well, and what is the best time to catch red? I mean,
Oh, anytime really.
All day long?
Yeah, they're more of a tidal fish, or what I
Okay.
like to call a tidal fish. It has more to do with moving water and where the level of water is as to catching reds as it is to like time of day. Morning's nice because you're the first one there and it's quiet. If you can combine that with a good tide, you're definitely going to get on
yeah.
redfish.
How many times does it happen in a month? You know, where you combine the good tide with the
Well,
twice, or-
2 periods of about
Yeah.
5 to 6 days. Around the full moon and around the new moon are going to be your absolute best tides. So that's when it typically
Yeah.
happens right there.
I know you can't share all your secrets, but you did. You said you were going to tell us some of the best lures and the best ways to catch these guys.
Yeah.
So what say you?
Well, let's see. The easiest and simplest way is shrimp, live shrimp
Okay.
on a jig. Again, cast up into the same areas around the mangrove edges. A lot of artificial lures work. One of the favorites is gulp shrimp. It's made by Berkeley. You stick it on a jig, you cast it in, and you retrieve it out from the bushes. Let's see. Oh, cut ladyfish. That's
Okay.
another popular one. Ladyfish are really fun to catch, jump like crazy, but they're always tossed back. There's no food value.
Oh, they don't taste all that good.
And you're allowed to keep
Maybe to a
whatever you
redfish,
catch.
though?
To a redfish, they're delicious. And we chunk them. We cut them into pieces, put them on a hook, and toss them up in the bushes, and you'll get the same effect.
I was talking to you. I spent some time in North Carolina, and a lot of the folks there call them puppy drums.
Puppy
so there's
drums,
some
yeah.
like nicknames you have for redfish that people have from different parts of the country.
Right.
You were saying puppy drum is kind of the smaller ones.
What they refer to on smaller ones we call them rats here. The little ones we call them rat reds. Yeah, that's what we refer to them as, and that's the ones that are typically under 18 inches that have to
Where
go
can
back.
you find them in the country? I mean, can you find, because again, North
Oh, they're-
Carolina, they have them there.
They're
I mean, where else?
coastal. They're
Okay.
all the way around the coast from, I would say, the Carolina areas, provided the water's warm enough for them, all the way around Florida and all the way around the Gulf Coast of Texas. As a matter of fact, they run tournaments that actually spread over states. You'll have a stop in Texas, stop in Louisiana, and a stop in Florida. Yeah, they have really big tournaments for them. Yep.
All right, well, as we close here, the best advice to get a redfish this October, go now.
Yes, go now. I mean, go now and enjoy the fact that the crowds are light. There's not a lot of people around.
Yeah, because this is right before season,
That's
too,
right.
before all the snowbirds
You
come
betcha.
in.
A lot of water out there, a lot of space for you to fish in, and the reds are happier when they're not being, you know, run over and that kind of stuff.
Claim your territory now.
Right now,
All right, you going out fishing today?
No, but I'm going tomorrow.
Of course you are. All right, Captain Rob, we love having you here. Thanks so much. We look forward to having you back. For more on redfish or the segment, head to our website, foxmorningblend.com. It is never too early to save a life. Up next, your invitation to a Relay for Life event that will help kick off the 2015 season.